Hello, so this is my second vlog. I have now completed my fourth week of kindergarten. Tomorrow will be the fifth. Last time I posted, it was only my second day in kindergarten, so I feel like last time was probably a year ago in kindergarten world. So much has happened. It's hard to even put it in a 10-minute video. I'll try to keep it as short as possible. It's going. Kindergarten is going, and it is going well, actually. I am still very much learning what these kids know how to do. I still don't even know how to really assess what they know. So that's another really hard part for me, is to really find out where they are so I can continue that going on with them. I hit so many bumps and so many situations where I just would stop and realize I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to handle this situation. I don't know the best way to fix this. And sometimes I didn't come up with a solution for 2 days because I didn't know how to handle kindergarten expectations, and is this normal for kindergarten? Is this normal for certain students and not others? It's just so new to me still. And that's been really hard. However, 2 weeks ago, I, metaphorically slapped myself in the face and said, I can't do this anymore. I can't be negative. I can't say that this is not going to happen. I just have to slap myself out of that mindset and say, you have to be positive because you will not survive the year with a negative attitude. And reminding yourself how different it is from fourth and fifth grade. That's not reality anymore. So because fourth and fifth grade is not my reality anymore, I need to just embrace this and do what I can with it and make it the best year that I possibly can, because it's not about me, it's about the kids. So staying positive has been a huge, huge part of this this change now. I'm starting to see that kindergarten can happen, and it will happen. And it has happened a lot. They surprised me multiple times this week with what they can do, and I went in with a lesson thinking, they're probably not going to be able to do this very well, and they surprised me, and they performed, and I was very, very impressed with their behavior and their skills. I have been to about 20 plus hours of training just in the time that I have started kindergarten. So I've spent a lot of time outside of school, almost every weekend and 4 days after work, going to different trainings. Some of them are just general trainings, and others are specific to kindergarten. They've been about half and half, really great. So some of them have been wonderful and very, very helpful, and others have just been okay. And I'll probably do a separate video on individual trainings and how they helped. So I've spent a lot of time just soaking everything, and I still feel like I'm a huge sponge, and I'm still trying to work on figuring out all of that and how to integrate it into my plans. My biggest challenges so far, planning is still the biggest challenge. Planning is hard for several reasons. I don't know the kindergarten curriculum. I don't know what's normal for a 5-year-old. And when I ask questions to my kindergarten team, and I say, so what do you do for this? What do you do for that? I'm realizing that my class is much more behind academically than the rest of the kindergarten classes. I think part of that is because we switched them into a whole new class, and we lost a few weeks of instruction because of that. And their instruction is not nearly as deep and in depth as what they would have gotten if they stayed with their existing teacher. So that's just life. That's how it happened. And that's just the cards that we were dealt. So there's that also, but I also am noticing from the paperwork that has come in from the other teachers, they were a little bit behind before as well. So I have a little bit of a lower class than the rest of the team, I would say. I do have a lot of behavior problems as well, which I did not know. I'm gathering from specialist teachers and aides and a few other people that work with my students that I have a tough group. And to me, I thought that was normal. I was like, oh, I thought these behaviors were because I've never really spent time with 5-year-olds, so I wouldn't know what's okay behavior and what's not. So apparently I have a tough group as well, which behavior and academics, they do go hand in hand. I have a lot of situations where if they're not behaving, they're not paying attention. If they're not paying attention, they're not learning. So those things do go hand in hand. Management, that goes right into it. That's another challenge that I'm having with 4th and 5th grade. It just came so naturally for me. Just talking to a 4th grader or a 5th grader, showing them that you not only care about their academic successes, but you care about them as a human being. It's so simple to ask a 4th grader, a 5th grader, how's your little sister doing? How'd you do in your soccer game? And being able to go to those child's events, I mean, just it opens so many doors for you on the respect level with older students. Now, with 5-year-olds, you can still talk to them and ask them about their baby sister and ask them about their karate match or, whatever it may be, but it's just not, it's not nearly as in depth, and it's not, I don't want to say meaningful in a negative way, but it doesn't completely click with them like it would with a 4th or 5th grader. So I'm finding making those personal connections with my students is a lot more difficult than it was when I had even 2 classes of 4th graders. It was just so much easier for me to make a connection with them because the conversation it was completely different, just a completely different culture. So behavior management has been a huge, huge challenge for me. My behavior management is not close to what I want it to be, and I'm being a perfectionist. I'm being hard on myself, but that's me. We are working very, very hard on nice behavior. We're talking about hands are for helping, not for hurting. We're talking about what a compliment is, when a good time to give a compliment is, and eye contact means that you are listening to that person and you care about what they're saying. So I'm hoping that if I keep saying these phrases over and over and over again, they will just click with them and they will get it. I'm hoping by the end of the year they will know that sharing is caring. Things like that. Lastly, one of the challenges, I won't say the biggest, but it is a huge challenge for me personally, is my patience level. I can feel, I had one of my APs come in and she just sat and observed, and I just said, I know that I am taking frustration out on my kids. I know I am, and I hate it, and that's not what I want from them. They're 5. They're going to make silly mistakes. They're going to go to the bathroom in their pants. They are going to cut their hair. They are going to cut their shoelaces, which happened not too long ago. They are going to put the glue stick all the way up and then break it off and pretend it's lipstick. That's what I should expect from a 5-year-old, but when it happens, I'm just so like, why did you do that? Because, of course, to me, I'm an adult, it doesn't make any sense. But I'm learning slowly, and I have gotten so much better at it in these past 3 weeks to stop and assess the situation. Courtney, how much does this child need to be punished for their action? Did they even realize that they did something wrong? Can we explain to them why that was a bad choice? So my patience level, I know, is not good. It's not what a 5-year-old needs, and I know that now, and I've reflected back on that and said, you need to take a step back, and you need to realize that they're 5, and you need to realize that they're learning. Everything is new to them, and I'm learning that they're learning, if that makes sense. I am still realizing, oh, you don't know how to use scissors because you have never used them before. That to me is mind-blowing. So I need to go, okay, our fingers go in this hole, and you go up it. So those motor skills, everything is so new to me. So overall, to wrap things up, it's going. I'm smiling still. I'm getting a little more excited to go to work every day. For a while, I was not happy to go to work every day, but I will get there, and I believe by the end of the year it will be successful, and I believe that I will send these students to first grade with academic knowledge and just leadership skills, just peer-to-peer interaction skills. I hope to give them those character trait lessons throughout the year, and hopefully they'll be very independent by the end of the year, as independent as a 5-year-old, 6-year-old can be. And I hope that I can still foster class community through that, because whatever they had before, I had to break it down and then open it up again, and this is our community now. So it's just been difficult no matter what we do, but we are finally flowing into routine, and they know that at this time of the day, this activity happens, and I'm trying to stick to that schedule as often as I possibly can. But we are behind on all curriculum. It's expected. But I'm confident that the end of the year will be a fabulous experience, and I can already see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see myself learning from this and being just that much better of a teacher. I see the experience that I'm having now benefiting me later on in the year or in the future. No matter what grade I teach, I can say that I have spent a year in kindergarten. I know what a kindergartner can do, and I can see the curriculum develop over the years now. So I have kindergarten that's developing right now. I have 3rd grade curriculum in my head. I have 5th grade from last year, a little bit of 4th from this year. So I like to see, that gradual flow of how curriculum is happening. So it's going. It's not great yet, but it will be. I know it will be, and my goal is to stay positive.